Hey everyone, it's Phil Key from Out of Films. Welcome, thanks for tuning in. So I've had a few people speak to me about their lack of opportunities that are coming towards them, and the way they were talking, it reminded me of a period of time over a good year ago now where I felt the same, and I felt like there was no opportunities. I was stuck in a rut, couldn't get out of it, wanted to move forward but didn't know how. And I found this video on YouTube and it was absolutely brilliant. I've listened to the advice ever since, and it's actually what led me to doing all these podcasts. Now, years ago, I would have never have imagined I would be doing this right now, purely because I didn't ever think of myself as a person to sit on camera talking like this in podcasts. But then I realised, you know what, in filmmaking, help each other out as much as you can. And when this individual came to me and they described their situation, I knew straight away how they felt, because I felt the exact same way a year ago. When you wake up in the morning, if you're like me, you don't want to talk to anyone. I'm a night owl. I will wake up a bit later than most, and I just don't want to speak to anyone. I like a few, minutes to myself and whatnot, just to get my head around it. And there's a certain time after so long of waking up where you think, right, I'll get up, I'll get on with the day. When you do that, if you're in a bad mood, don't beat yourself up. Just, if you can find something to do to elevate your mood, a bit of exercise, go for a walk, fresh air, go to the gym, have a shower, whatever. Find something to help, build yourself back up for the rest of the day. When you are then in a good mood or a more, relaxed mood, I'm not going to use the word positive mood. I'm not going to say positive because it's so forced, that word positive. But when you're in a, uplifting mood, when you feel better about yourself, you feel, I've got the energy now, I've got the kick, I've got the ignition, I've got the fire ready to burn, ready to go. Start contacting whoever it is you need to contact. If you need to email people, email them. When you are in a good mood, that is reflected in your writing of your communications. When you're in a bad mood, it's sort of embedded within it. And depending on your opinion of your own judgment, you might write an email when you're in a really good mood and you might think, yep, that's fantastic. Send it off, see what comes of it. Whereas if you're in a bad mood, you're going to think, oh, you know what, I've put that in there, but I don't give a damn. If they don't like it, they don't like it. It's, off-putting. So why am I saying this? I want you guys to pretend you've just woke up and you have, I don't know, 90 emails in your inbox that you have to reply to. You could be, setting up new projects and you've just got countless emails coming through or whatever. If you're in a bad mood, don't reply to them. Wait until you feel better and energized. Why? Because when you're in a bad mood, when you've got low energy, low self-esteem, when you're just lethargic, you haven't got it in you, that will come across in your communications without you even thinking it will. We can all write an email, we can all write a quick message, but when you're sending it to either someone who you don't know very well, they might read a bit and think, ugh, this person just woke up or something, or have they got out the wrong side of the bed? Sometimes it does come across. Whereas if you're in a fantastic good mood, this person's just emailed me, what a lovely fantastic email, smashing, I'll reply to that when I can. Then you'll get a positive reply back, or you'll get, not a bad reply back. And that is an opportunity. Now, people might be thinking, what the hell am I on about? Every time you talk to someone new, you are possibly creating an opportunity for yourself to move forward. You may not know it, but that's what might happen. It's obviously not going to be the case all the time, but if you have an email to reply to and it can lead to, a good investment for the future, wait until you're in a good mood and reply to it if you can. If you can't wait, make sure that you get the message across in a professional manner, but don't make it obvious in any way that you've woke up on the wrong side of the bed, because then the employer is going to think, do I really need this? If you're emailing someone, don't allow your mood to, shall we say, sprinkle on the email, make sure it's professional and clean. Unless it's a passion and emotional within the email itself. What do I mean by that? Excitement. Make sure it's professional. Don't start putting in, I've had a bad day and all this and that and the other. Make sure you keep it borderline if you're in a bad mood and you still need to write something, because with film and TV, it's all about, keeping yourself going. I know there is people out there that'll be watching this. They'll either be held back by budgets, writer's block, undecisiveness, limited opportunities. When I watched this video that I'm talking about now over a year ago, I then decided to start doing more of these podcasts, more and more. The more I've done them, the more people are subscribing, the more people are contacting me, the more people are coming forward and actually speaking to me one-on-one. I don't mind doing these podcasts because I like helping other filmmakers out there. I like talking about horror films. I like, researching them. I like sharing knowledge and information that I have that most of the people will charge you for. A lot of the information that I've put in my podcasts, I have learned through either university or another professional individual, or just in general through research. The type of information that I give out, though, many people will charge you for it, and that's what you need to remember. And that's their choice, I don't charge for it. It's on YouTube. And this is an opportunity, though, for me. Whilst I am making this right now, there'll be someone watching another podcast possibly, or watching my horror film, and then they might come across this podcast. It's all about looking at any opportunity you can use and use it to your advantage. Obviously, don't go crazy, pestering people. But if you think, I'm going to email that production company today, or I'm going to email that producer or that investor, do it when you're in a good mood, because it will come across to the recipient, and they might be in a really good mood and they might think, hey, I'll reply back to that right now. They might be in a bad mood, they might not reply at all, or they might reply later on. Again, don't let that knock you if there's a bit of delay with the response. That happens a lot. Keep moving forward, though. If you see a job advert that you want to audition for or apply for, do it. But do it either when you're in a good mood or when you can do it in a professional way, that your bad mood or whatever's going on personal isn't incited, subtly within the context. Because when I read an email from someone, I can see the passion, the commitment, the dedication, the excitement, the adrenaline, the buzz. I can see this person, through the way they've written, really wants to connect. But if the email comes across as, forced, or they're being grumpy, am I going to reply to that email? Possibly later on, but I'm not going to reply to it straight away, because it's like, a bit of an attitude there. Leave them be, let them cool down. Try and see every communication you make with an individual as an opportunity to move forward and grow, however, because ultimately an opportunity is there, you just can't see it straight away. I know people who have sent out hundreds of emails. I used to do it, and you might get 1 or 2 replies back acknowledging it. It does knock you, but that is the way it works. Not everyone who you email will want to speak to you. Not everyone you email or you speak to will see any need or feel the need to speak to you, because you just might not be on their same wavelength, and that's fine. But don't let it knock you. Always look for the next opportunity. If you see something on Facebook that you like the sound of, go for it. It's not about waiting for opportunities to come to you. It's about putting yourself out there, like I am with this podcast, and talking to other people. Get yourself known. How many times have you turned on a TV live chat show and they've brought on a guest that everyone talks to, everyone admires, or everyone likes, and then you think, well, how is that person doing it? Because the communication skills, they know how to use them. They know when to speak, they know when not to speak, they know what to say when they are speaking. It's all about opening opportunities for yourself through communication. And I said, when I was speaking to this individual earlier, it got me. It was like, you know what? I genuinely feel the pain, you know. He was basically saying, you know, that there was no opportunities at the moment, bit of a dry run, getting annoyed, frustrated. I feel it. I've been there before. It doesn't matter how crap you feel, try your hardest to keep going, and when you can get your mood back up and you feel you're there and you think, right, I'm ready to go now, go, do it, make the opportunity. Might not come to the result you think it will, but it's a door to open. When I make these podcasts, sometimes I refilm them a few times because I think, you know what, nah, that doesn't sound right. No, I don't like the way I've said that. And then I put it out there. A lot of people suffer from anxiety and they're anxious, you know. Why? Because when you put yourself out there, you are exposed. I won't say vulnerable, but you're exposed and you're obviously putting yourself out there. It's a big, big world out there. And not everyone will be in agreement with you. There'll be people watching this podcast now who might disagree with me, and that's fine. Does it affect me though personally? No, because I have created the opportunity now to make this podcast speak to you guys. And by doing that, I'm going to upload it. You'll be watching it. And then sometimes, not all the time, someone comes forward to me and they say, Phil, I agree with what you said there. I want to get to know your work more. It's like, cool, fantastic. Doesn't always happen. But you know what? As someone said to me years ago, if you don't put yourself out there, if you don't show people what you are capable of achieving and doing, if you aren't able to showcase how proactive you are, using your initiative, improvising, well, people will ask, well, what were you doing then? If you love your craft and your passion for it will not go away, grab hold of it and use it and push with it as much energy as you possibly can, because you only get one shot in life. And yeah, you know, people have part-time jobs and that to keep themselves going. There's nothing wrong with that. Never let go of your dream. Never let go of your goal. Obviously, what you think your dream goal is in here might not be what it turns out to be. That doesn't mean you weren't successful. Everyone's success is different. Everyone's judged differently on their success. Don't look for validation. I don't look for validation with these podcasts, for example. When I put these out there, I just put them out. If people like them, they like them. If they don't, they don't. It's fantastic. And I'm thankful that you guys do subscribe to the channel. Thank you. But ultimately, I know there's people out there who won't like me. That's fine. Never get knocked back by people who don't want to hear your voice. Find the audience that do want to hear your voice. And you're playing sailing. Go and find some opportunities by creating them yourself. And the more you create them, the more people will come to you, because they think, you know what, this guy Phil, he doesn't just sit on his backside, he puts himself out there like I am right now. Thank you again for tuning in, everyone. Do like and share the videos if you want to. I'm not one of those people that pushes like crazy. If you're happy to join me on my journey, I'm more than happy to bring you on my journey with me. And yeah, thanks again.